All right. I think we're good. So once again, like really sorry about this whole like little cafe thing. I know it closes at 3. So if any of y'all ever feel hungry and y'all want to go there, get your food and bring it back and eat, go right ahead. No pressure. Like I feel kind of bad that like class is like overlapping their closing time. Um, well, let me just repeat this again for the recording, right? So we have tutoring now. The first day of tutoring is tomorrow. All right. So you have two modalities, both in person and online. Whatever works for you, you are welcome to take advantage of. Right. The hours are going to be Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then on Friday and Saturday, it'll be what's it called? 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. I got you. I got you. So, yeah, let me write it. So Monday through Thursday, right? That's going to be 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Friday through Saturday, that's going to be 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right. All right. So the like in-person tutoring, right? Um, so in-person tutoring is going to be in CPH room 303. So that's on the third floor, right? That's that building that has a little arch in front of it. It looks like a Lay's potato chip. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like if you guys know where Colston is, it's the building in front of Colston. Yeah. So next to the Reddish building. Yeah. The one that it has like this arch looking thing, like how a Lay's potato chip would look, something like that. It's in front of it. It's like huge. I'm sorry. Okay, so online, right? Online tutoring is the same hours, the exact same hours, right? And that's it's gonna be on Zoom, right? So the way that you get it is that you like online, you have to make an appointment to get the link to go to the online tutoring. All right. Same hours and everything. Let's talk about how to make the appointment real quick. Let's see if I could do a little bit of a switch and I could show you. I am gonna post the link, but I'm just gonna show you guys something real quick. Yeah, yeah. So how I normally get to it, I just Google it, but I will give you guys the link so you guys don't have to go through this process. But what you do is you type in BCC and WC online, just like that. Right? And it's going to be the first link. You just click it, and this is going to come up, right? Now, I imagine for a lot of people in here, this is your first time going to tutoring, right? If you guys ever went to the writing center to get help with like a paper or something, you have this login already. It's the same login for the writing center. All right. But if you didn't, right, this is your first time, you're going to click on right here where it says register for an account at the top. And then you're just gonna fill this out. Takes like 5 minutes, right? Just make sure that your information is accurate when you do fill it out, right? You definitely want to make sure that this email stuff is checked because that's how you get the link for online tutoring. All right. And all yeah, all of that, right? But you're in charge of this one though. So you can whatever you want to put, whatever email is, I recommend you use your BCC email. But whatever email you guys want to put and stuff, you know? Yeah, yeah. So, oh, they have it up already. Yay. Okay. Remember my password. Oh, you know what it is? I didn't click this. Oh my gosh. This happens to me all the time. All the time. So just so you know, you guys have to actually click where you want to go first before you click login. For everything, for all of it, for writing, for math, one email for everything, right? Just to walk you through some of this real quick, right? So like this is like the schedule for tomorrow, Wednesday. These are the tutor names right here. This dark blue right here is something that like you can't book any time there. There's no availability right there, right? The white spaces are completely open. You can book any time you want there. These blue spaces, right? I do recommend that you put your mouse over it and take a look at the blue space, right? If every tutor is allowed three students at a time. So that it could be that like once one person makes an appointment, it turns blue. But that doesn't mean that they're totally booked, you know? So to verify that they're booked, you see the light blue, move your mouse over it, right? Like you see right here, there's two people for this appointment. Yeah, they can add one more to that, and but then that's it. So that's going to be like locked that one particular hour, right? And the purple one, this one right here. No, this is nothing. This is like free space. Like we can't make an appointment there. Just the white and the blue, right? But the blue might get locked. Once three people make the appointment for the hour's locked, You scroll down, you have your other days, right? So this is the I do, right? So this is the in-person schedule, right? So if you go right here where it says schedules, you can switch to somewhere else. Like if you wanted to see the writing center or whatever, right? Um, this would be the online schedule, for example, right? For math, right? Yep. See, online for all math, right? For me, my hours will be on Friday. So you guys can make appointments to see me on Friday if you want to, your choice for online. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Whenever you want. My hours are 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right? I have the whole day. Yeah. So whenever if you guys want, make the appointment. All right. Another thing that you guys could do, y'all could like team up, right? So like let's say that there's like only one space available, right? But then like that two other people want to go with you, right? One person can make the appointment and then you can just say that, oh, I'm bringing a friend with me, So you could bring like, yeah, you could do that. Even in person you could do that too. You could like, I'm bringing a friend, and then that's it. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, like, it's for me, it's not that bad if like they just come in and be like, "Oh, I'm here with my friend." Yeah, so there's gonna be a secretary there, so you're just gonna tell them that like yes, I have an appointment and I'm bringing my friend with me who's in my class. Yeah, we have an online secretary. Yeah, yeah. And an in-person one too, which you guys will get to meet, right? So yeah, if you guys have trouble setting up the registration and stuff, you can actually go to the secretary and they can help you through the process, right? Whenever you make the appointment online, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get an email, right? And inside that email is gonna be the link for Zoom, so you can actually go, all right? Uh, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. I'm like super busy. Like y'all don't even know. Like keep it 100 with you. I have what, 7 classes, you know? Yeah, I have 7 classes. So I'm like really, really busy. Like that's like my only free time. It's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. I'm gonna type this all up and post it on what's that thing called again? Brightspace. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mhm. They're all good. They're all good. I taught them all how to use the calculator, so I know they know how to do it. You know, they're good people. They're good people. I'm okay with you guys learning a different method that helps you get the right answer. Like as long as you give me the right answer, I'm happy. You know? I know some people is like, no, it's my way and only my like whatever works for you. That's fine. You know? Yeah.
Nothing works for me, that's why.
Really? I got you. I got you.
It's not you, it's not me, it's.
I got you. I got you. So let's talk about last week. Any questions? Anybody want me to go over anything or just jump into today's lesson?
Yeah, you can have it. You think
Everything. I can't. I got other stuff to do.
that's so.
I mean, if y'all have like a homework question y'all want to see or something. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't write it down though. So what's the question you got? Please be easy. 14, that sound hard. Okay.
So hard.
Is it-
Probably better D.
No, you got to tell me though. I don't have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's four, well, it's different. Four
Okay.
and one fifth. Like, and
Like this?
parentheses, and parentheses again, three and three eighths.
Like this?
Yeah.
And you just got to multiply it?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not bad.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not.
I'm trying to remember how to do it myself. Yeah. So here's the easy way to do this, right? Now, because I'm looking at it like this thing look brolic, you know. One of the homework questions. So how I would do this, right? Change this to an improper fraction, both of them, and then do what you know how to do. Multiply straight across. And then after that, just input the answer. Now, I didn't read the question. Do they want the answer as an improper fraction, as a decimal, or as a mixed number? What they want? Okay, so then yeah, so you can turn it to improper fraction, multiply straight across, reduce it, right? And then you just enter in the answer and that's it. So let's change these into an improper fraction, right? So I have 4 and 1/5. How do I do that again?
I'm not very.
Hmm, No problem. Problem. Go ahead. No problem. No problem. It's being recorded, so you can always watch it again and do it too. Yeah. Yeah. So how do I change a mixed number to an improper fraction? Remember that little circle method, right?
Doesn't the, better than divide, right?
Before that. So you take the big number and you multiply it by what? Good, right? So 4 times 5 is 20, right? And then what do I do with the numerator? Good, I add the numerator, right? So 4 times 5 plus 1/5. That's the first one. The second one is going to be what? 3 times 8 plus the numerator, right? Let's simplify this. This is going to become what? 20 plus 1/5. This is going to become, what's that? 24 plus 3/8. Not too bad, right? So I have 21/5 times, whew, what's that? 27/8. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do I multiply fractions? I forgot. Multiply fractions. How do I do that again? Before that, like to multiply them. No, that's for adding and subtracting. How do I multiply fractions? Not cross multiply. That's only when there's an equal sign. Mhm. How do I do it?
I don't remember the times, the bottom, the
Nah, that's division. Right? So look, you multiply straight across. straight across, right? So what does this become? This becomes 21 times 27, right? Over 5 times 8. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know what 21 times 27 is. Y'all know what that is? Like I'm a really have to do scratch work up here. Like I really don't know.
You said what?
I have to do scratch work up here because I don't know, That's 27. That's 4. That's 1. That's 4. That's 5. Oh shoot. Yeah, 567. So 567 over 40. And we're good. That's it. And then you just type that in. Right. So 567 over 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can't reduce it, you know? Nah. So I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to reduce it in my head. Right. So here's what I did in my head. I'm gonna show you, all right. So you see how I have 21? I know that 21 is just 7 times 3, right? Those are prime numbers. So I had 7 times 3, right? And then I see I had 27. I knew 27 was just 9 times 3, right? And then 9 is just 3 and 3. So I knew that this was what? 3 times 3 times 3. It's easy. You just use the prime factorization, right? So look at 8 now, right? 8 is just 4 and 2, which is 2 and 2, right? 5 is already prime, so I didn't have to worry about that. So this is just 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, right? Nothing crosses out. Right? It has to be the same number top and bottom to cross out. So that's how I know that this is the final answer. Right? So I did that in my head. Not the actual thing, but like, I really don't like I be counting my fingers and everything. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit harder to do my toes in here because it's so cold, But okay, duly noted. All right. Doo, 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 doo. So, any other questions? Are we good? We got some easy stuff today. Yeah, really easy. Ooh. Really? Yeah, just definitions. We're taking notes. Bless your heart. I got y'all. All right, let's take a look what we jumping into today. Which one? This one? This is like multiplying, I guess, mixed numbers. Yeah. Well, long story short, we all know how to multiply fractions, right? Change a mixed number to an improper fraction, multiply straight across, reduce if possible, and you just put in the answer. That's it. Mhm. Yeah. I got you. I got you. You could also, what you call it, do the notes from the video, you know? Yeah. Yeah. That's an idea. Well, I got you. I got you. I got you. Hi. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah. So once again, I was telling back to tutoring for 1 second. So I was telling y'all that it opens up tomorrow. Wednesday's the first day tomorrow. Um, da, da, da. I have some time after class on Tuesdays, but I was thinking about maybe like either tomorrow Wednesday or Thursday, like we can kind of wrap up class a little early and then we could all go over to tutors just so you guys to see where it is, you know? Yeah. I mean, if you guys know where it is already, then y'all could just dip right after the day. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys can see the room and all of that. Yeah. Yeah. So, but tomorrow though, not today though. Yeah. I would bring you today, but I'll be showing you like a closed door. So I'm just like, you know, sorry, let's look at what we're getting into today. So just kind of building off our last lesson, right? We just statistics, yeah, yeah. With our vocabulary, right? We're gonna talk about levels of measurement, all right? It's easy. It's easy. You guys already have the homework for it. So I can understand if y'all got tripped up in the homework. This is the definitions for the homework. All right. Got you, got you. So we have levels of measurement, right? So we have four levels of measurement, all right? We have first the nominal level of measurement, then we have the ordinal, then we have interval, and then we have ratio. All right. So the nominal level of measurement, right, applies to data that consist of names, labels, or categories. So there are no implied criteria by which the data can be ordered from smallest to largest. So whenever you hear nominal, right, I want you to think of names, right? So let's say like the five boroughs, right? So Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, um, Harlem, right? Well, we don't count Staten Island, right? I'm just so that's an example of nominal, right? Each of the boroughs, they have a name, right? And we can't really, there's no difference between the names, right? Like if I put like Brooklyn before Manhattan, like there's no significant difference between that. Right. There's not a first, second, third. Even though Bronx is number one though. You know? Mhm.
Is that what you were using the five boroughs as an example for?
Right. Mhm. So anytime you have like names or labels, that's nominal, right? Let's talk about ordinal, right? So the ordinal level of measurement applies to data that can be arranged in an order. However, the differences between the data values either cannot be determined or are meaningless. All right. So ordinal. Let's think about this, right? All right. This happened when I was younger, so y'all probably don't even know this exists, but this is a real thing, right? So they have this thing on TV, like when you watch it, it has like a rating, like PG or like G
Oh, yeah.
or PG-13, right? Yeah. So you can actually put those in a particular order from like youngest to most mature viewer, right? Now, there's no significant difference between G and PG-13, right? So if I swap them, it's like, so what? Yeah. But I can put it in order. That's the point. Right. I can order it, but the order between them is meaningless, you know? Yeah. Another example of this would be like if you guys go to like buy clothes and you know how they have different size of clothes, like different shirt sizes or something like that, right? You could order them from smallest to largest, right? But it doesn't matter. Like if you put the medium next to the small, and the large next to the extra large, it doesn't matter, you know? But it can be ordered. That's the point. It can be ordered, right? So that's ordinal, right? So notice now, right? When I spoke about nominal and ordinal, right? I didn't talk about numbers, right? they're just like label kind of names, but there's no like real number there, right? When I talk about interval and ratio, I'm going to be talking about a number. So going back to last week's definition of qualitative and quantitative, right? Qualitative would be the nominal and the ordinal. Quantitative numbers, right? Hey, that would be the interval and the ratio, right? So let's look at interval right now, right? So the interval level of measurement applies to data that could be arranged in order. In addition, the differences between the data values are meaningful, right? So what's a good example of this? I'm thinking about like temperature, right? That could be like an interval. Or like, what's another one? Like I'm thinking about ranges, you know? Um, say you like say you took an IQ test, right? And you scored in like the 90th percentile interval, right? It's like there's no set definition. It's just in between you scored in between these 2 points, right? Like that's interval in a sense. Not really. Not really. To be honest with you, it's really hard to come up with an example for interval. The only two examples I could think of is really like temperature, like weather, and what's that other thing that I can't remember right now? I like IQ scores, like if you took an IQ test, you know? However, for interval, right? However, for ratio, every other number thing is a ratio, period. Right? So the ratio level of measurement applies to data that can be arranged in an order. In addition, both differences between the data values and the ratio of data values are meaningful. Data at the ratio level has a true zero. That's a big difference between the ratio and the interval, right? Interval does not have a zero, right? But in ratio, it does, right? So what's a good example I could say? Um, Literally every number example you could think of is ratio. Everything. Like if I say only people above 3 feet can ride the roller coaster. I don't know. Yeah. That's a ratio, you know? Like the biggest thing I could really tell you is that interval, think of temperature, weather, or an IQ test. Yeah. Like
The zero matters there because it counts towards the height of the person.
yeah.
So the number obviously counts because you have to be
Right.
a certain height, so to ride that roller coaster.
Right.
That's what you're trying to.
Yes. Yeah. Said a little bit more simply, anything that involves a number is going to be a ratio, except temperature and IQ test scores. That's interval. Right? Yeah, you already have the homework for this. So if y'all want to just like click while it's going on, go right ahead. Oh, like this is already posted on web work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is. I don't know. I got you. So for interval, the two examples would be temperature, right? And an IQ test score.
Temperature and IQ.
Yeah. It can be arranged in an order and it doesn't have a zero. That's another thing about it. They don't have a true zero. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All of the homeworks that you see there is due. All of them, yeah. Yeah. Okay, the 16th. Yeah. 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 Yeah, they're all two. Yeah. After you get past homework one, the rest of it is easy. Yeah, 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 all of that. Yes, the whole thing.
Homework
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not bad though.
Well, it says it was due on 12.
You actually read the homework? God bless you. Wow. You're gonna go far in nursing. Every homework has questions in it, like multiple questions. No, they all have the same due date. Yeah.
No,
It does.
no, 25.
Then you gotta finish it quick, September 17th then. Yeah. 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 On the 17th.
This month.
This month. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's so funny. You got freaking myself.
You got time though.
That's
It is due to 17. Yeah.
Oh, September or December?
September. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It does? Uh, oh. You sure?
Man, listen,
Okay.
I was gonna bring us a Christmas dinner.
But you want, why does it say December 22nd and 123 are doing the, see what I mean?
No, see, cause I think all of them say they do December, but what I read on like the class part,
Yeah.
he broke like a.
Yeah.
The issue is that y'all have a test. And it makes no sense to do the homework after the test.
Oh, okay. What is that test? On
Everything. Like maybe the 17 or after. Like either 17 or 18. I'm not even sure yet. So make it the whole thing.
You're gonna use top.
Yeah, and a formula sheet.
or.
Mhm.
You just write in my.
Go to that office, the little bit expensive something.
You should. That joint is the bomb. You definitely should. You definitely should. I wish I went there. I went there to work though. I need to apply for the joint. No, but that joint is the bomb though, for real, for real. Yeah, and it helps you in not just this class, like I'm talking about all your classes. You know, whatever you want to call it, whatever you could apply for, you apply for. Well, yeah. Or you only need to apply for one, and then you get the time. So that's it. Yeah. You know, all you need is your primary care. Just be like, yo, yeah, that's all you need. The which one? Language hall?
Yeah, I have to get a hold.
I got you. Language hall is the building, which one? Italian? Oh, got you. I'm not sure. She prop that should be in CPH though, because isn't that a physics class? It's not part of the physics department? Okay. We'll look after class.
Okay.
Look at it. Yeah. All right. Help me out with this. It says to identify the type of data. So we have I'm about to say taco, but that's towels, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was just me.
Yeah.
So towels, Akoma, Zuni. I'm not even gonna say that word. Are the are the names of four are the names of four Native American pueblos from the population of names of all American Native American pueblos in Arizona and New Mexico. Okay. What is this? Is this nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio? Which one? All right. I'll go with that. Mm-hmm.
So
It's like I just hear something.
that
Yeah,
was- How easy that question is.
right?
I'm just so focused on writing everything down so I can have it.
But you don't have to. You just watch the recording.
Can't do this out, like I don't have to.
I got you.
Watch it out.
I got you.
That's
Well,
why-
the whole point of this is that when y'all go to your next schools and stuff like that, right? Because everybody is going to grad school to get their doctorate, right? Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Forget it, doctor.
I don't know. We going for doctorate, everybody. Everybody. Good. Yeah. I'm sorry. My fault. Yeah. So you guys are gonna see statistics again there. So that's why we have the recording. You can watch it back. All right.
And then
Mhm. It's the beginning of statistics. Yeah. All right. So nominal is names,
Okay.
right? Like that. Yeah.
The name, label, category,
Mhm.
and they don't go in those.
And what was your question?
So this is the second question now. So in a high school graduating class of 319 students, Jim ranked 25th, June ranked 19th, Walter ranked 10th, Julia ranked 4th, where 1 is the highest rank. All right. All right. What type of data is this? Mm,
Ratio, right?
Ordinal.
It's ordinal. Oh, it's
Ordinal.
Yeah, it's in a
Right.
square.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's ordinal because all right, it's ordinal, right? Because the rankings are names, if you can think about it, right? But they can be put in an order, right? First place, second place, third place, and all of that, right? But it's more of a label. It's not a an actual number itself, right? So that's ordinal. Let's try another one. It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
I'll go back to the notes and read.
Of course, of course, of course. This next one's real hard. It's the hardest question out of all of them. Body temperature.
Is what?
Body temperature of trout. Very good.
Alright. Yeah.
Very good. All right.
Why do you say it's hard?
That's the hardest one. Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Yes.
And an IQ test score. Mhm.
I need to take a picture of that. Hold on, wait. I didn't.
So this is just me trying to confuse y'all now. This is me trying to confuse y'all now. What's this? The length of the fish that's swimming in the Yellowstone River.
What's the day open, right?
Wednesday, tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah.
You be there?
No. Friday online. 10 to 3.
Monday.
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they good though. They good though. Yeah. Yeah. So what is this? The length of the trout swimming in the Yellowstone River?
Measure?
No, but is it like nominal, ordinal, interval? What is it? Interval? No.
No.
Ratio. Very good. It could be arranged in an order, and it's an actual number. You know, of the fish. Yeah. So we good? Any questions on this? Y'all got it for homework. Do it for homework. Do it for homework. Y'all good.
I need that phone number.
It's all.
Yeah. We're gonna make our own group chat.
Yeah, y'all got this for homework grade. That's the 1.2 homework. Mm. There's a lot of examples there, like 2. Yeah. I know the homework in this class is disappointing. Like it's so little.
You make it up.
Yeah.
Make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ratio and
Yeah.
ratio the only one that has to do with.
And interval.
That's
But
right.
interval is exclusively to temperature and IQ tests.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm trying
All the other number ones are ratio. Right?
to.
All right, let's go over the definition real quick. So, procedure, right? How to determine the level of measurement. This is how you do it, right? So, the level of measurement listed from lowest to highest are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. To determine the level of measurement of data, state the highest level that can be justified for the entire collection of data and consider which calculator is suitable for the data. So, if it's nominal, we could put the data into categories, right? Yeah, go ahead. Right? So nominal, we can put the data into categories. Ordinal, we can order the data from smallest to largest or worst to best, for example, something like that, right? Each data value can be compared with another data value, but it's meaningless. Go ahead.
Also, ordinal can be ordered from, like, let's say you have a bunch of colors and stuff like that. That would.
Not colors. Colors would be nominal, right? But let's say that you had, like I use an example of the TV rating system. Um, when you buy clothes, that's an example of ordinal. You can order it from smallest to largest, but it doesn't matter if you swap them around, and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Interval. All right, this is the hard one. So we can order the data and also take the differences between the data values. At this level, it makes sense to compare the difference between the data values. For instance, we can say that one data value is 5 more or 12 less than another data value. Long story short, that's trying to say that you could do math on
Yeah.
these data values.
Is that like an example, like,
Mhm.
maybe molded in that?
No, we getting to that.
Oh.
We get into that. Yeah.
I got
So-
the base path, right?
Yeah. We get into that. But remember though, for interval, exclusively temperature, IQ test score, right?
Sure, I can tell.
Everything else is ratio when it comes to
That has to do with
numbers.
numbers.
Yeah.
That has to do with numbers, right?
Right.
Right.
So ratio, we can order the data, take differences, and also find the ratio between data values. For instance, it makes sense to say that one data value is twice as large as another. There's a 0 in the ratio. Interval has no true 0. Ratio does. All right. So intervals, right? They don't have a true 0, but ratio does.
Like, give me an example of that.
Like, go back to temperature, for example, right?
Right.
It might be 0 degrees Celsius outside, but we know that 0 degrees Celsius has an actual number in Fahrenheit.
Right.
So there's no real 0 degrees. Like that's arbitrary, you know? Yeah. But like for example, like an elevator really has nobody standing in it. Like if I said, like, let's say that it can only hold like 3 people at a time, like there really is a time when there's nobody in it, like there's an actual 0
Right.
like that.
Not true there, but it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
True zeros in ratio.
Yeah, how we gonna move it in nursing school?
In grad school, you're gonna use it.
ER and ER was one look like.
There were patrons before.
Hmm.
So basically, they can be zero. Like, it's like the there can be zero.
Right. Then it's a ratio. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's talk about the different types of statistics that we have. All right. This is gonna be cool. All right. I got you. So we have 2 types of statistics, right? We have descriptive statistics and we have inferential statistics, right? Descriptive statistics involves methods of organizing, picturing, and summarizing information from samples or populations, right? Inferential statistics involves methods of using information from a sample to draw conclusions regarding the population, right? So if I have let's say a data set, right? And I want to know on average, where's all the data going to, right? That like I'm kind of hinting at the mean, right? But you all know what an average is. You add up all the numbers and divide by how many numbers are there, right? So it's actually for both, right? So it is a descriptive statistic, right? If I have like a sample. But you know that whenever I'm doing an experiment or something like that, right? I'm not really interested in the sample mean. I want to know what the population is doing, right?
Right.
Like, right,
Not
you
the
know?
whole part of the
Yeah.
whole.
Like for example, what's a good example right now?
For descriptive?
Yeah. You know what? Like we got a mayor's race coming up, right? So I don't really care what this classroom thinks about the mayor race. I care about what New York City thinks about the mayor race, because what New York City thinks is going to be the actual new mayor, you know? But this class, like, we might be biased. We all from the Bronx, so you already know who we choosing, right? Yeah. So like that's an example of that, right? Like what I can do though is I can take the information from this class, right? And then I can make an inference as to what the whole New York City thinks in the mayor race. Right. So that's the inferential statistics right there. Me estimating what the whole New York City thinks. That's why if you guys ever watch like politics on TV, they'll say like a prediction, and then there's always like a plus or a minus kind of thing going on there, where it's like it's accurate up to a certain point in between two numbers. This is why. Exactly. Another way to graphically see this, I don't know if you guys ever like to watch this stuff, but you know when you watch the weather for the news,
Yeah,
and say there's a hurricane coming,
yeah.
and you see how there's like mad lines where they think the hurricane is gonna go, kind of
Oh,
thing.
like on the map?
Right, right. So that's inferential, right? So the many lines is them trying to predict where the hurricane is gonna go. But what you could do is you take an average, like it looks like they're all turning this way. So most likely the hurricane is gonna turn that way,
Right.
that kind of thing. Yeah. It's an educated guess.
So you take
So it is.
the most like closer and whatever.
Right,
To the answer.
right.
You'll go with
Like
that.
like basically where everyone is trending, you
Right.
just kind of follow the trend, more or less. And if you see them, some trends are wrong. Some of the trends got the hurricane going over here, and everybody else said it's going up here. So you're like, yeah.
When they
Yeah.
predict like, oh, it's gonna rain today. And then
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember years ago? Sandy, yeah. But y'all remember years ago, they only used to tell you like what the weather would be for like 3 days. Now they got 7 days.
Days.
They got 10 days now. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's like you said,
Yeah. Right. That's the inferential statistics right there.
they could change.
It can. Right.
Like
That's the whole point of this, right? Is to make predictions. That's the whole point of this class. Now, how y'all use it to make y'all predictions up to y'all. Some people going to use it to play their video games. I don't know. Huh?
the groups
Mhm.
and do like,
Mhm.
you
Or
know
like
what I
a
mean?
like a prediction type of thing.
Not like
We
just
could do
work
that.
around them, like us.
Sure.
So we could be more engaged with each other and maybe we'll help, not just you, because you're a great
Got you.
professor, but I might understand, you know what I mean?
I got you. I got you. There's time for that, but not on
Not right now.
today. But yeah, there's time for that. Yeah.
Like, for example, so you could like give us examples for whatever, and we gotta
I got you.
present
I
it.
got you. We'll do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little hints for your test, right? So we're gonna have 3 tests in the class, right? Test one, probably gonna be the easiest test. That's gonna be on descriptive statistics, right? Simple stuff, right? Descriptive statistics, right? So that's what the test is gonna be, descriptive statistics. The last 2 tests are gonna be inferential statistics, right? There goes your definitions right there, right?
That's one is descriptive, but that's
Mhm.
two.
Yep. Inferential, right? Predictions. That's what the last 2 is gonna be.
That's a, what is that?
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
Just give us break.
Inferential. Mhm. Oh no. That's another math word for another day.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Mhm.
Actually, and-
It was good, right? Yeah.
But you can see how many times it bangs me out when it's wrong, right? Like
I
submit.
can, but I don't
It's
care.
wrong. I submit and it's wrong, like I'm doing something wrong.
I can see that, but I don't care. You know, like
No, but you know,
yeah.
Like,
Like
it's not cheating.
like when I say I don't care, I mean like I'm not gonna penalize you for trying.
No,
You
of
know?
course not.
Like as long as you get 100, that's all I really care about.
Um,
You know? That too.
No, but we want to actually get it, you know what I
Exactly.
say?
You know?
Cause we can't. be in here with
Because
no-
I want you guys to practice until you figure it out and you
That's
get it.
what I'm saying.
And once you get it, the rest of the homework just flows. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my God, give me my phone.
The rest of it is the same thing. Boom. You know? Yeah. Do the process. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. It's good. That's good. Yeah. That's all you gotta ask it to do. Yeah.
The only thing is with this calculator is that what I'm noticing when I'm doing the homework is that I keep putting my sign in the wrong places, which causes me to change my whole answer. The whole answer, yeah. Especially if you have parentheses. Yeah, it makes it worse. So it's like the whole time my answer is right, but I'm just putting. And you know what else? Is that it goes slow. We can't rush.
You like that calculator though?
Yeah, I was going so fast.
Like that calculator? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, like I had that calculator when I was in 9th grade. That was my joint.
I love those.
But they got a newer one that's like more fire. Yeah.
I'm old school. I don't want to use this. Yeah,
Cause that's the joint right there, yo. That's the truth right there. I got you. Give me,
That one,
yeah. Give me a couple more lessons and then I'll convince you why you want that one. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, no, y'all don't need that. That's too advanced.
Please.
Yeah. Like to be honest with you, I could ask y'all to get it, but it's mad money, so that's why I don't. The graphing one. No, the graphing one. It's like it's mad money. You know? Yeah.
So, that we did when we get
Uh-huh. Mhm. Yeah.
correlates all of them. No, right? It's two different things.
Kinda, sorta, yes. Sometimes you might have data that has fractions.
Like a word problem.
Yeah,
With-
I don't have that. Yeah. I mean, just as long as y'all know how to deal with it, you know? I promise it's gonna be simple. It's gonna be simple. All right, let's talk about samples now. All right. So we talked about descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. So a simple random sample of n measurements from a population is a subset of a population selected in such a manner that every sample of size n from the population has an equal chance of being selected. All right. So, long story short, I have a population of data, whatever it is, right? And I want to create a sample from that data, right? It is a simple random sample if every element, member, whatever of that data has an equally likely chance of being inside of my sample. Long story short, right? That's what that's saying, right? Let's elaborate. So, in a simple random sample, not only does every sample of a specified size have an equal chance of being selected, but every individual of the population also has an equal chance of being selected. However, the fact that each individual has an equal chance of being selected does not necessarily imply a simple random sample. Remember, for a simple random sample, every sample of a given size must also have an equal likely chance of being selected. It's by random, right? The only way to really truly get this is if you use a random number generator, right? Not gonna go over that, but just telling you what it is. Right? Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what it was is that
Mm-hmm.
they was like 170 phone numbers. Out of 170 phone numbers, 40 agreed to participate, and then to participate in the survey, and then 33 supports like opening the restaurant. So the question was, what is the random sample? What is the random sample?
The ones that are participating, I guess.
Ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, wanted to participate, you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, the top part? Got you. Bottom part, I got you. Actually, I was just right here. So, important features of a simple random sample. For a simple random sample, every sample of specified size n from the population has an equal chance of being selected. No researcher bias occurs in the item selected for the sample, right? So, like say I wanted to pick like 5 people to represent the class, right? If I'm just like you, right? There's some bias there. Like maybe I'm only picking the people that are awake, for example.
Now we look back.
Just for example, like it might be biased, my choices. If I use a simple random, excuse me, if I use a random number generator, I assign a number to all of you, and then from that I chose.
Random.
Right. Then,
Yeah.
oh, we get into that. We get into that, yeah. That's my favorite game in the casino, though. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It does. It does. Are we gonna talk about gambling and everything in this class? Yeah. Crap, that's my game too.
Nice.
Yo, I love that game. You didn't say, yeah, that's all you need. That's my joy. Yeah. You say you're not gonna walk? You never been to a casino? Hey, you're not old enough? What's it? Casino is fire. Yeah, see? All right. So let's see. A random sample may not always reflect the diversity of the population. For instance, from a population of 10 cats and 10 dogs, a random sample of size 6 could consist of all cats, for example. Right? So say we had household pets that consisted of just dogs and cats. There's 20 of them in total, but 10 are cats, 10 are dogs, right? I could have a sample that has 6 cats in it. That's fair, but that doesn't represent the whole population.
Yeah,
You know?
you never include not common dog.
Right. So yeah. Hmm? Say it again. So let's say that let's say that I'm talking about like household pets, but I'm limiting it to just dogs and cats, right? So let's say that the population was like 10 dogs and 10 cats, let's say from 20 households, whatever, right? 10 dogs, 10 cats, right? And I wanted to make a sample of 6 from those 20 household pets, right? One sample could be 6 cats, and that would be fair, but that doesn't represent the whole population because like I alienated all the dogs out of it, like that.
You just made that up, right? 6. It could have been 7.
Could have been
No,
anything.
you just made that up. It could have been 2,
Yeah.
5, 7. It don't matter.
I'm still confused.
It'll come to you, don't worry. It'll probably come to you in the
Like, as an
homework.
example, if you only use 6, like, like he said, I'm gonna pick 6 cats. That's the dogs. Not fair, because you didn't even give the dogs a chance to
Right.
participate, so you can like count it as a whole.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out how to rank this.
Really?
Just put.
All right, let's flip it. Let's flip it in terms. Gotcha. So
Break it down.
let's say that there was a vaccine, right? And you wanted to choose random people to get it, right? So like you just chose all the cats and none of the dogs got the vaccine. Like
Right.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know?
I mean, I don't like.
You don't like cats?
Are you scared of cats? You know the cat and I'll go to your house. You by the door. I don't like. I'm scared of it.
Oh man. I have a picture of a cat at home, that's all.
You have a cat?
I have a picture of him. Yeah. Like I'll watch Animal Planet all day, but I don't got no pets.
And chill out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yo, yesterday I was watching fish videos, like I was going hard on them. All right.
The thing is that the definition is.
I
The
know.
definition is like so confusing, but when you break it down, it makes total. Total sense.
The definition will help you do your homework though. You know? Yeah. Do it now. Open your homework and look at it. I got you.
Write it down, a couple times, write it down later.
I got you. I
That's
got you.
important.
I got you. All right, let's talk about the different sampling techniques that we have, right? So one sampling method is called stratified sampling, right? Groups or classes inside a population that share a common characteristics are called strata, right? Which is the plural of stratum. For example, in the population of all undergraduate college students, some strata might be freshmen, sophomores, juniors, or seniors. Other strata might be men or women, right? In-state students or out-state students, and so on and so forth, right? In the method of stratified sampling, the population is divided into at least 2 distinct strata. Then a simple random sample of a certain size is drawn from each stratum, right? And the information, right, obtained is carefully adjusted or weighted in all resulting calculations. So the groups or strata are often sampled in proportion to their actual percentages of occurrence in the overall population. However, other more sophisticated ways to determine the optimal sample size in each stratum may give the better result. In general, statistical analysis and tests based on data obtained from stratified samples are somewhat different from techniques discussed in other courses, right? So I have a population, right? And then what's happening here is I want to group the population according to some characteristic, right? Like maybe I'm separating like the men over here and the women over here, or the race. Maybe I'm separating. Right.
It's for your race.
Exactly, right? So those are different stratums, right? And that's where everybody's getting placed into 1 or 2 or many, right? Mhm. Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
You can be honest with me. These definitions are confusing, but the breakdown is beautiful. What if I just write the breakdown
Go ahead.
rather than the definition, because I'm confusing myself.
So go ahead, do that.
It's your own word.
Go ahead, do that.
These definitions are not confusing myself.
Go ahead, do that. As long as it helps you with your homework. You know what I mean?
This is stressing me to the point I'm getting hungry again.
Nah, don't be stressed. Don't be stressed.
My stomach is growling over here.
Don't be stressed. Don't be stressed.
And then
Right.
that,
Uh-huh.
that sample you said about the class of dogs, that was for a simple random sample?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So a stratified sample is what again? Sorry.
So basically, you're grouping the data according to some type of characteristic. And then after you have all your groups, then you're grabbing your sample from each group. You know, that's a
So
stratified.
after you create the group, you separate them, for example, male, female.
Right. So first you have the population, you separate it, then you take from both stratums, right? For example, back to the cats and dogs, right? If I had separated them into like cats and dogs, and then I took a little bit from both, then now that's a more fair simple random sample, right? But it's not a simple random sample because I'm separating them. If you get what I mean. Yeah.
So the difference is that you are actually separating them.
Right.
Where for,
Huh? Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
where for the dogs and the cats and the vaccines, you were just choosing to vaccinate the cats and not the dogs.
Right. Yeah.
So this is like
Mhm.
your teaching.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I'll put that. That's-
So what I'm talking about now, so what I'm talking about right now is different ways that you can grab a sample. That's what it is, right? Yeah. I got you. I got you.
He's showing a different way of sampling.
Yeah. So here's another way, right? We have something called a systematic sampling. All right. So in this method, it is assumed that the elements of the population are arranged in some natural sequential order. Then we select at random a starting point and select every kth element of for our sample, right? So for example, people are lining up to buy rock concert tickets, right? And they're in order, right? So to generate a systematic sample of these people, right? And ask questions regarding topics such as age, smoking habit, income level, etc., we could include every fifth person in line. The starting person is selected at random from the first five, right? So,
Every fifth person.
right. Right. So the random part begins with where you select the first person.
Right.
Then after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Right. So that's the systematic sampling.
So in a short way,
Controlled.
Yes.
systematic sampling is a natural sequential order.
Right. It's an order that goes like it's following a math problem. Like every fifth person in line. Right. It's following a pattern.
See?
You know, but it has a random starting point.
Right.
Right. That's the only thing.
You like this?
Yeah. But once you pick that starting point, it's
That's
systematic until you get your sample.
Right.
You know. Right. Mhm.
But it starts like at a random,
Place.
it's a random place.
Yeah.
Start of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm. Yeah.
But then it follows some kind of pattern.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Farther away from everybody. Native American white.
I don't know why that is.
They wanna know something.
Yeah.
They
I
wanna
mean
make-
that is what it is. Every time you fill that out, they're putting you into different stratum so that they could like run analysis,
Right.
you know? Like there's a whole bunch of tests to.
White Native American. What?
I mean, yo, if it works for you, you know? Like tell you the truth, if you're trying to get like a loan, like a mortgage for a house, statistically speaking, right? If you're white, you get charged a lower interest rate, you know? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
also in my statistics class in high school. You, as a black person, you get charged more even if you make the same income as a white person.
That's crazy.
It's like a little.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
They wanna sing us.
Taxes is crazy,
They make it
They
harder.
just mad because they don't got the sauce like that.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Forever. Whoever's an accountant major in here, yo, we gotta be friends with them. I don't know who it is, but whoever doing accounting gotta be their best friend.
So it's
Yeah, it's true.
messed up, but it's the truth.
All right, so look, the advantage of a systematic sample is that it is easy to get, right? However, there are dangers in using a systematic sampling, right? When the population is repetitive or cyclical, goes in a cycle, right? In nature, systematic sampling should not be used. For example, consider a fabric mill that produces dress material. Suppose the loom that produces the material makes a mistake every 17th yard, for example. But we check only every 16th yard with the automated electronic scanner, right? In this case, a random sample point may or may not result in the detection of the fabric flaw before the large amount of fabric is produced.
Yeah, so you always
Right.
before you even get to the
Right.
craft.
Before you even realize. Yeah. Yeah. So basically like there's some flaw, right, that you're trying to detect in the sample, right? But because of the way that you're sampling it using the systematic, right, your system skips over the flaw every time it occurs. So your sample won't have the flaw. So you're gonna think that you're producing like perfect product every go around, but you're not, you know.
Sample, then a systematic sample would not be the way to go.
Right.
Because it's basically like a pattern.
Right. If it's cyclical, like if it just keeps repeating again and again, so you want to use a different sampling technique than using a systematic. But oh, you're good. All right.
I'm just trying to think how this is in nursing.
How does it go into nursing? Right. When you do your research in nursing, that's when you're going to use this.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So which one should you use if you want to find an error?
It's up to you.
Okay.
No, because as a researcher, yeah, as a researcher, you're in charge of that. You can do whatever you want. You know? There's also some people who like to manipulate data to get outcomes that are favorable to their self or whatever, right? So you know how you could skip the error. Maybe you want to skip the error so you could get some type of outcome from someone. You know, doesn't make it right, but people actually do that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, when they're in like PhD programs and stuff, they do stuff like that. Like they mess with the data because they just want to graduate. You know? So they'd be like, yeah, it produces a good result. You see that, right? Yeah. All right, let's talk about cluster sampling. So cluster sampling is a method used extensively by government agencies and certain private research organizations. In cluster sampling, we begin by dividing the demographic areas into sections. Then we randomly select sections or clusters. So every member of the cluster is included in the sample. So for example, in conducting a survey of school children in a large city, we could first randomly select 5 schools and then include all the children from each selected school. Right? So like I want to know what the Bronx thinks about the next mayor, right? But I can't go up to everybody, right? Right? I can't go up to everybody and ask, right? So maybe I select 5 schools in the Bronx, and then from that I can make my sample to see what the Bronx thinks, you know? Mhm.
I'm doing an internship with a nonprofit,
Mhm.
and it was the intern's job this time to create a
Mhm.
survey, to research why HRA doesn't work. Like HRA, the app, the people, the workers, home base, the shelter systems, you name it, and the information that we got from every single person was absolutely insane. So that would be cluster sampling, right?
Right.
Because we got information from like voucher holders, the workers at HRA, people that work at PAP and stuff like that. Okay,
But remember though, it's too many people to actually ask everybody. So you had to do it. Right. That's it. Mm-hmm.
So cluster sampling is like a percentage.
Right.
Of government agency or a certain private research.
It's like a grouping that they're using, to grab somebody. Like, say I only want to, sorry, say I only want to scan people in a particular zip code, like the zip code people would be like that. All right, oh, sorry. All right, let's keep going.
That when you say demographic area, what does that mean? Like the group, the person?
Right. Like the group, like the area, like geography I'm talking, you know? Like everybody in the zip code, Yeah. I got you. Got you. Got you, no problem. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, it's recorded, so I'm chilling. Yeah. All right, so often a population is very large or geographically spread out. In such cases, samples are constructed through a multi-stage sample design of several stages, with the final stage consisting of clusters. So, for instance, the government current population survey interviews about 60,000 households across the United States each month by means of a multi-stage sampling design. For the current population survey, the first stage consists of selecting samples of large geographic areas that do not cross state lines. These areas are further broken down into smaller blocks, which are stratified according to ethnic and other factors. Stratified samples of the blocks are then taken. Finally, housing units in each chosen block are broken into clusters of nearby housing units. So a random sample of these clusters of housing units is selected, and each household in the final cluster is interviewed. Phew. You see what your government does? Right? That's called multi-stage sampling.
I just have to get a picture of that one, because that's a really long one.
I know. So the government will be in. Okay, let me just put it all together because I feel like it was a lot to take in. I'm just gonna simplify this real quick. Okay, right after convenience sampling. One last one, last. Convenience sampling, right? So convenience sampling simply uses results or data that are conveniently and readily obtained. In some cases, this may be all that is available, and in many cases, it is better than no information at all. However, convenience sampling does run the risk of being severely biased. For instance, consider a news person who wishes to get the opinions of the people about a proposed seat tax to be imposed on tickets to all sporting events. The revenues from the seat tax will then be used to support the local symphony. The newspaper stands in front of a concert hall and surveys the first 5 people exiting after the symphony performance who will cooperate. This method of choosing a sample will produce some opinions and perhaps some human interest stories, but it certainly has biased, right? It is hoped that the city council will not use these opinions as a sole basis for their decision about the proposed tax. It is good advice to be very cautious indeed when the data coming from the method of convenience sampling, right? So that's just like whatever I have available, I'm going to use that as a sample,
That's not fair.
right? Right. It's
Right.
not fair. It's just whatever you have, but that sample may or may not, be a good representation of the population mean,
Right.
Think of like when Donald Trump was running against Hillary Clinton, everybody was like, yo, Hillary won. And it was like, yeah, about that. Yeah,
And they was going at it, we was right next to each other.
Right.
So big.
Mhm. That was kind of convenient sampling, right? Because what did they do? They went to like large populated cities where there was a whole bunch of people and they asked them what they thought. But all of them were biased towards the Democrats. So
You was doing, you know what you
right.
was doing.
Right, but like all the rural people in the middle of the United States, nobody asked them,
That,
you know, and they're the ones that ended up choosing, you know, the winner. Nah,
okay, I'm making.
not necessarily. You don't know. All right, so real quick. Let me just put this all together. One shot. Sampling techniques. This is all the sampling techniques put together. All right. So random sampling uses a simple random sample from the entire population. Stratified sample, huh? I mean, it just is, you know?
Hey, man.
There's sometimes it's hard to create a sample, so that's why they have other ways of doing it. Sometimes you have people that are really malicious and they want to make a particular outcome happen. So they'll manipulate data to get it. So then they use other methods that they really shouldn't be using, you know, to draw conclusions. You know, you see this every day, this kind of thing, right? You know?
Just hop on the bus, back
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
They lying, yeah. You're not them.
So yeah, so random sample, we got stratified sample. You divide the entire population to distinct subgroups called strata. The strata are based on a specific characteristics such as age, income, education level, and so on. All members of the stratum share the specific characteristic. Draw random samples from each stratum. Systematic sampling, number all the members in the population sequentially, then from a particular starting point selected at random, include every kth member of the population in that sample. Cluster sampling, divide the entire population to pre-existing segments or clusters. The clusters are often geographic in nature, right? Make a random selection of clusters, including every member of each selected cluster in the sample, right? Multi-stage sampling, use a variety of sampling methods to create successfully smaller groups at each stage. The final sample consists of clusters. Convenience sampling, create a sample by using data from population members that are readily available, whatever you have. All right.
Wait,
So
go
that's,
a little bit down, something.
I got you.
Yes, I get the last one.
That last.
I got you. I got you. All right. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me do that real quick.
Break out into groups.
I got you. I got you. When we have time for that, I'm gonna do that. Let me just get one of these papers out.
Like, I just email it to you, I print it out.
You got a pen on you? Yeah.
Ay, ay, you don't get there, y'all.
I hope so. Yeah, but very
Appreciate you. Just right. Let's get the dates.
Like, what was my worst day with writing down these long definitions that I do not understand. So once I started writing all the stuff, like the legal assistance stuff, beginning of
All right, go for it.
Don't write all the notes, if you're gonna get confused. Do it like you said, your own definition.
yes.
Even though.
I could take this down. Anybody still copying?
But then,
Good.
break it down.
Yeah, that's how I learned.
That's how I